Okay. I'm I'm live now on YouTube. Can you guys see me? And do they hear your voice? Because I just have to make a public announcement here that the Ironton police are violating the Shield law, and I'm going down to file a Replevin action that they are violating the Ohio State Constitution, and they don't have the proper legal recourse to take my phone. They don't have that right because I am a reporter. And according to the Ohio State law, I hope you guys can still see. I don't know if they can see me when I go from tab to tab, but I have to make this. The only thing that works is letting the criminal justice system know that everybody's watching, that they're violating their own laws. And that's what's going on. So I'm heading over to the Ironton Police Department to notify them of their illegal activities. That, and I mean, let me ask you guys a question real quick. So if I switch to another tab on my computer, can you still see me or hear me on the live? So I'm going to click over right here. Can you still hear what I'm saying? And you can still see me? Then they can probably hear you too. So just be careful what you say. So this here, if now in the comment section below, I put a link and it says here, confidential or non-confidential information the Constitution protects has been held to cover non-published, non-broadcast information. Example, reporters' notes, drafts, outtakes, even if no confidential source is involved. And in this case, there are confidential sources involved. And then it says, compare published and or non-published material. The constitutional protection has been held to cover non-published, non-broadcast information. And then it says and then all the way down here where you keep reading it, the language of the Shield statute is very broad. Any person engaged in the work of or connected with or employed by any broadcaster or newspaper is covered. And then it has a code. You can read it, RC. The news gatherer must be acting in the course or the scope of employment for the privilege to apply. That's exactly what I'm doing. Exactly. No person engaged in the work of connected to or employed by any non-commercial education or commercial radio broadcasting station or any non-commercial education or commercial television broadcasting station or network for the purpose of gathering, procuring, compelling, editing, disseminating, publishing, or broadcasting news shall be required to disclose the source of any information procured or obtained by such person in the course of his employment. In any legal proceeding, trial, or investigation before any court, grand jury, petit jury, or any officer thereof, before the presiding officer of any tribunal or his agent, or before any commission, department, division, bureau, or county or municipal officer or thereof. No person engaged in the work of connected with the employment of a newspaper or press. Now, for them to be able to steal my phone, by the way, they steal everybody's phones. This is a very common thing. They're stealing your phone and taking your data and then seeing who you connect to and then trying to investigate people. This is illegal. You are violating the Ohio state law. In order for them to overcome the privilege, a party, the Ironton Police Department that took my phone for disorderly conduct, right? A party must show that the information was relevant. So in other words, the live stream I was doing could not be obtained from an alternative source. You guys really made a mistake because now all auditors across America, there's a bunch of auditors covering the story of Ironton now. So you could have got it from somewhere else. And it's also posted online. So that means you don't need my phone to get the confidential informants information is what you're really trying to do. Okay. In order to overcome a privilege, the Ironton police must show the information was relevant and could not be obtained from an alternative source and furthered a compelling need. Before a defendant in a criminal proceeding is entitled to either newspaper confidential information or confidential source, the defendant must first demonstrate to the court that either the newspaper or the confidential source has relevant evidence regarding the defendant's guilt or innocence, right? If I'm disorderly conduct, resisting arrest, criminal trespass, you don't need my phone to prove whether I'm guilty or innocent. You see, you don't have that privilege. I hold the privilege. So then it says, the defendant must show that he has exhausted all available means of obtaining confidential information requested from the news person. Further, the defendant must make an effort to examine the news person concerning his non-confidential information and must be an in-camera inspection by the court or the newspaper's confidential information. If after these steps are taken, there is direct evidence and reasonable inferences flowing therefrom, and there reasonable probability that the newspaper or confidential source will provide relevant evidence of the defendant's guilt or innocence, the defendant is entitled to either the newspaper's confidential information or the name of the confidential source. That's not relevant. That's just not relevant. You guys don't get to take my phone. That is not how it works. You don't get to just take my phone. Okay, that's not how it works. You're violating the Ohio State Constitution. It's right here, and you're violating the SHIELD law. You don't get to take my phone for disorderly conduct when I was peacefully protesting. And I state on the live stream, I'm going with you, I'm peacefully protesting, which we announced that we were. I mean, and then what a douchebag Pam Wagner is. Did you see her? That's how cops treat people. Came out, pointed her finger. What a douche. What a douche. Really. What an embarrassment you are. I'm glad that Pam Wagner exists. She shows us all what cops are like in the United States of America. That's exactly how cops are. Just like Pam Wagner. Just like Pam Wagner. And sooner or later, Joe, you have to just send me your information on Facebook, dude. I'm not gonna. You just reach out to me, Joe, because I've got to go to court right now. I have to go to the police department, inform them that they're violating the law, and then I have to go and file a Replevin action at the court with the clerk's office. A Replevin action in Ohio. The link is in the comments below. Okay, so the only reason I'm here right now, and I've got to get to court, I've got to get to the Ironton Police Department to inform them of my Replevin action, and then I have to go down to the clerk's office and file my Replevin action, and then if I don't get a hearing, I have to try to file a writ of mandamus. So this is what's going on. It doesn't matter what all these legal things are that clearly show that there is a SHIELD law being broken and that the police are violating the Ohio State Constitution. So you guys can see it. It's in writing. It's in below, right? You can put that link together and post it in. Just start reading. It's clear as day. But that doesn't matter because the judges in this country, if there's not massive transparency, the criminal justice system is cheating the people. That's why there's so many millions of people in prison. That's exactly why. That's exactly why. Because this is plain as day. This is plain. It's in the comments below. You can take that link, and then when you get that Replevin action page right here, a statutory animal in Ohio, Replevin is generally defined in Black's Law, 9th edition, as an action for the repossession of personal property wrongfully taken or detained by the Ironton Police Department. That's exactly what I just put Ironton Police Department in there. Right? Until the court decides who owns it. I own it. You know I own it. It's my phone. You took my property. You're trying to get the confidential informants because you're dirty. Because you're dirty. Because you are dirty. You're dirty cops. And I've been investigating you, and you're dirty. Plain as day. You are dirty police. There's no other way to see it. So now, I'm going to go down and we're going to have a conversation with the court today. The court needs to understand that the people are seeing everything. This is the only thing that works. The only thing that works. This is the only thing is transparency, or they'll cheat me. Now that everybody can read the code, let's go see if we can get some justice. Let's go see if the court is going to follow their own law that is plain as day right here. Shanna, I want to thank Shanna Parker. I appreciate her help. Shanna stayed up all night last night researching like crazy. Shanna looked for this. She found the needle in the haystack. Have you ever heard of a Replevin action before? Have you ever heard of that? No, of course not. Because it's just so ridiculous. So ridiculous. Go ahead, Shanna. What'd you say? It's a racket. I mean, it is absolutely disgusting. You can read it right here, you guys, in the link. You can read it. They're violating my rights. They're even more than my rights. They're violating the Ohio State Constitution, and they're violating the SHIELD Act. It's against the law. I don't care if you're a court or not. What are the 4 principles of law? That government agencies and actors are also held accountable to the rule of law. And that's my whole thing that I've been saying the whole time, is that the police and the courts are not upholding the actual rule of law, because we don't have a whole team of researchers and people know every detail of the law. Then you go to court like Eugene Aldridge, and they don't tell you that you need a jury trial for a felony. The judge just is judge, jury, and executioner. He decides everything. It's just crazy. So I want everybody to read that. I need to let the courts know and the Ironton Police Department know that I'm coming for my rights. I'm coming for my rights. And, yesterday, they even, McKnight wanted to grab my arm and twist it behind my back. Yesterday, that's what he wanted to do, when I willingly went with them. And then Spooge Jarek was like, I thought you'd be more stout than that. More stout? I'm not resisting, dude. Of course I'm not going to be more stout. I said, if you're arresting me, I'll willingly come with you. And she said, fine, then you're under arrest. I watched it back 10 times, so I saw my actions. And they said, you're under arrest. And I said, okay, I'll go with you. And I started to, and then they wanted to put my arms behind my back. And I said, no. Why? As you can see, I'm really into the law. So I'm not going to break the law. If you tell me to come with you, I will. And the dungeon's horrible, stinks like piss, and it's dirty, and there's no reason. There's no reason to treat human beings. What's that, Shanna? Yeah, did you see her? She had her lipstick on, she had all her makeup on. Pam, you were looking good for a woman your age who doesn't take care of herself. But you did yourself good. You look good. If you were a friend of mine, I would say, hey, you look great today. You looked great yesterday, Pam. For your on-camera appearance, you look great. Your makeup looked great. Now you should have been, Jose de Castro. Like you could have, Jose de Castro. You're violating. You are disorderly. You made the announcement for me to leave. I say I'm peacefully protesting. I'm consciously objecting, and then you say fine. Then you're under arrest, and I say okay, I surrender, and then I walk with you, and I'll go through the booking process and the whole thing. But they didn't want to do that. They wanted to force my arms behind my back, and eventually Spooge Jarek was like, just put your hands in front. They didn't torture me with the cuffs. They were respectful. They didn't hurt me. There's no reason to hurt me. The cuffs are a way to torture you. Cuffs were designed for slaves to hurt them. And you guys can watch the video, the handcuff challenge, or I don't know where it is. Anyway, I've got to get to court. I've got to get to the Ohio State, the Ironton Police Department. I have to notify them. Shannon, copy and paste this and email this to me. Because you just copy and paste the whole thing, because then I can just attach it to things. You should, because I got to print it out. I got to go print this out. Okay, as soon as I'm off live, email that to me, and email that to my personal email address. Okay, and then everybody say thank you, Shanna. I don't know if she can hear. I don't know if they can hear. Can they hear you on here, Shanna? They can hear you. You guys, everybody, a round of applause for Shanna finding the Replevin action. Great job, Shanna. Great job. Super happy. Thank you so much. So this is we don't stop. This is illegal. You can't violate your laws. You have to give me my phone back. And if you don't, then I'll sue you, because you literally are violating constitutional rights of the press. You don't get access to my confidential informants to try to now what the law actually says. Let me break it down in layman's terms for you. What it says is that they could have a right to have action to that phone. They could have that right if it's going to help them in their criminal case against me. That's what that says. Is if it's going to help prove that I'm guilty of a crime, then they do have right to take the phone. I wasn't charged with espionage or terrorism. I was charged with disorderly conduct and criminal trespass, and at the most resisting arrest. Actually, you guys saw it yesterday. Spooge Jarek said that I was charged with resisting arrest. Did I resist? Not in the slightest. Not in the slightest. Not even kind of, sort of. Okay. Beast, I know you got a lot to say, buddy. I got to stay focused, man. I'm sorry. I can't get into the comments, you guys. Please forgive me. I have 25 minutes before the Ironton courthouse opens. Now, here's the question I have, Shanna. Do I need to go to the courthouse where the Ironton Police Department is, or do I need to go to the Commons Courthouse right around the corner? Oh, now, because they took my phone, which, by the way, this will never happen again. I'm going to have a backup phone from now on. This is never going to happen to me again. Okay, so I won't have a way to call you until I'm in Wi-Fi, and I can call you from my computer on Facebook. Okay. 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 Cool. And you guys, a lot of people are just saying stupid things about DirectD, and we've never met in person. I like DirectD. I don't. People are trying to cause some drama. I don't know DirectD personally. I love his channel. He's never said anything negative to me. So just stop it. You know, I'm not getting into drama with other people. It's just we have a bigger mission. It's called the law. It's called the law, right? And we're on the same side, DirectD and I love DirectD's videos. So you're not going to get me into some he said, she said. It's just stupid. It's just stupid. Alpha males often brush until they find their groove and they can connect properly. That's how it is. That's how super A personalities are. A personality women, A personality men. They're going to kind of until they can find the rut that they can fit together in. So am I surprised that DirectD is a ornery, tough son of a gun? Not one bit. I respect DirectD to the hilt. So I'm not going to get into your comments garbage over here. Just stop it. Okay, so I got to go. It's 8:36. Just send this to me if you can. Just copy and paste this part right here, Shanna. I'll attach it as an attachment if I have to. I'll make multiple copies, and then I'm going to go to the print shop and print this out so I can be at the Ironton Police Department by 9, and then and then I'll call you back from a Wi-Fi area, and I'll see if I have to go to the court there on the 3rd floor where Waldo is, or if I have to go over to the Common Police Court. Commons, is that right? So you guys look at the link below, and let's see if the rule of law is going to be upheld, because it's plain as day. What they've done is illegal. Pam, what you've done is illegal. You steal everybody's phones. Why are you taking people's phones? You don't have a right to our personal data just because you arrest someone for disorderly conduct. And I wasn't disorderly. I was peacefully protesting. So those charges we'll have to have those out in court. Yeah, I am taking. You know, it is what it is. I don't know court procedure, so I need to go work at a law firm for a while. So I learned court procedure. I only know constitutional law. So okay, cool. Okay, Shanna, thanks. It's 8:40 now, 8:37. So you want to email that to me on my personal email, okay? And then I will just, I guess it'll just be 1 or 2 pages, right? And I'll just make 4 or 5 copies. Okay. Okay, guys. You guys, thanks a lot. I appreciate everybody coming. Yeah, I mean, but I think that I think that Pam Wagner has violated the law. I'm pretty sure she has. Again, she wants my phone for confidential informants information, and that goes against the SHIELD law. Okay, copy and paste everything, Shanna. I don't care if it's too long. I can then cut little pieces out of it and say, what about this piece? Okay. I'm going to get out of here, guys. I got to go. I'll hang up with them, Shanna, and I'll stay on with you. Look up the links here. We're filing a Replevin action today. Thanks, guys. Talk to you soon. Later. Okay.